everyone, we're so lucky to have Matt Gondek with us today. He is the deconstructive pop artist from LA. So Matt, this is the third time you're in Hong Kong, right?
Yes, third time.
Third time, how do you feel?
Hot right now. It's really warm here.
Yeah.
But I feel good. I'm excited to be here. My new show just opened. I just feel good. Glad to be here.
So on behalf of Asia Bank, thank you for spending time with us today.
Of course.
And what do you think about the art scene in Asia?
It's exciting for me because up until only 2 or 3 years ago, I had no idea about the art scene here. And I was here in spring for Art Basel, and also on top of just the Asian art scene as a whole, I'm seeing a lot of other American artists over here having shows as well. So I think it's a great opportunity to come over here and, kind of see what's going on over here. It's great.
So what do you think, what's the major difference between the last exhibition that you had?
The last exhibition I had here?
Yeah.
So the last exhibition I had here was 2 years ago. It was a much smaller show. There was maybe only 10 pieces of work in that, and they were all pretty tiny.
Okay.
Where this show is in a much larger space. There's 18 pieces. There's some very big pieces. Yeah. So I've only been doing this as the deconstructive pop art for about 5 or 6 years. So just in terms of how my career and my work has grown, I think it's a good representation of myself, my work from before until now.
What's the pain? You said it's
The growing pains. Yeah. The focus of the show, it's called Growing Pains.
Yeah.
And as an American artist, as an American pop artist, there's just a lot of pressure from social media, from just the word hype. There's a lot of artists that kind of just run off hype. And because my career is growing and I'm becoming successful, a lot of people want me to put out more and more work and work with these people and collaborate with these people. And I think whenever you're starting out as an artist, it's really important to do as much as you can. But I'm now getting to the point in my career where I need to step back and not do everything and kind of just focus in and refine a few things at a time. So this show is kind of a representation of that, kind of just doing a little bit as perfect as I can, as opposed to doing way too much.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the turning point of your career?
The turning point of my career? Honestly, not to just say this because I'm here, but I think the first time I came to Hong Kong was a turning point, because up until that point, I was only showing my work in America.
Right.
And, once I came over here, the phrase international artist, and I started selling work abroad, and my audience really grew. So I think that would probably be the turning point.
Not limited to American audience or buyers.
Yeah. And maybe another way to answer the question is, I've been doing art full time for 11 years, but I've been doing this deconstructive pop art for the last 5. And I felt the first, 6, 7, 8 years of my career, I was just doing things to try to figure out what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until I started painting and doing the pop art, I started feeling good about what I was doing. And I realized this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. So just from like a spiritual level, the turning point would be that, but as far as career-wise, I think it would be coming here for the first time.
Okay. Yeah. So I know that you start from fine art, right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between like fine art and doing pop art for you?
Pop art is fine art. It's just another kind. Pop art is a thing. Contemporary art is a thing.
Yeah.
Pop art, if you don't know what it is, pop art incorporates a lot of images that you may recognize from television or magazines. That's really breaks this down. A really famous pop artist that I kind of grew up with was Andy Warhol. He's from the same city I am, Pittsburgh. So I grew up seeing his work a lot. But that's basically in a nutshell what pop art is. But what I do is deconstructive pop art. So I use the same iconography, same images that a lot of other pop artists do, but I kind of break them apart.
So how far would you want to work to grow at this point?
I think one thing that as my career is developing and I'm starting to just have my work out there, I think a lot of younger artists, when they first start, they want to kind of blow up overnight, have it everywhere. But throughout my travels, I've been speaking to artists from every, different medium to practice, that people who've been painting their entire lives and people starting out. And I think it's important to not spread yourself too thin, to do too much too soon. Like, granted, someday when I die, in hopefully 50, 60 years, my work will be everywhere.
Yeah.
but you run the risk of doing it too much too soon and getting burnt out. Both the audience gets bored of your work, you get bored of your work. So part of the growing pains experience that I'm working on right now is trying to slow down, just make the work that I am doing as good as I can, and kind of choosing the right things to do instead of trying to just do everything.
So it's more like your advice to the young artists.
Yeah. But in a perfect world, my work would be everywhere. But
Right.
I want to do it the right way instead of just kind of do it.
Doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you know where do most of your buyers or fans are from?
Still the United States, I would say. I mean, I have a great big amount of fans over here, but I think it's just because I'm from the United States. As my career started there, I still have fans from a long time ago. Yeah.
They've been following you.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm fortunate enough to now, find fans every country, which is great.
But still,
But
US is the biggest market.
I think so, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and have you started your next project yet?
No, I mean, I haven't started it on purpose. This year was really busy for me and my team. I work with Avenue des Arts, and I have my own team as well. And we did a pop-up shop here in Hong Kong earlier this year. We did one in New York. On top of that, I did a big expo in Los Angeles, a couple other things. And I kind of wanted this Growing Pains show to be kind of like a period, like a stop at the end of this big, long project. And now for the next couple of months, I kind of just want to stop, take a big, deep breath, and kind of recalibrate and figure out what my next plans are.
Right. So would you come back to Hong Kong?
Absolutely. I love it here. Yeah, I'm not just saying that. I really do love it here. I love big cities. I love the energy here. There's so much people here. There's so much to do. The food is amazing.
Right.
It's also just great to kind of, I live in Los Angeles, and I love it there, but to just leave and be somewhere else for a little bit is always
Different
great.
vibes.
Yeah, I love it here though.
Cool. So thank you for your time today, Matt. And
Of course.
Hopefully Asia Bankers Club will collaborate with you in the future. Some of your work, or maybe we can throw a gallery someday in the future, and maybe next year when you come back.
Great. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.